Hello, brilliant beings. It's Dante here. Thank you for tuning into this video. So I'm going to explain a little bit about the sliding scale system. So this is a video, if you're just watching in the feed, it's a video I'm posting on my pricing page on my website, just to give people a clear sense of what a sliding scale really means and why I am choosing this system. So a sliding scale allows us to pay what we wish between a certain set range. And in this case, my sliding scale will start at $111 to $222 for the channeling and healing sessions that I'm offering. And this allows people to pay what's comfortable for them and pay also what they feel it's worth to an extent. And it's something that allows for people like me who are offering these services to work with every certain type of person regardless of their socioeconomic status and still be able to get by from doing that work. So I've been gradually raising the prices over periods of time, and it's been at 111 for several years now, and a lot of channels charge double that price just for one session. Some channels that are even newer than me are charging that, and that hasn't really sat right with me because I can tune in to what they're doing and what I'm doing and see it's of the same value ultimately. And I also had a strong resistance to raising the prices as well, because a lot of people I work with can only afford 111, and some people can't even afford that. So this is actually beyond this present sliding scale. I do offer exchanges to people who can't even afford 111, and they're really simple things unless people have some other idea of how they can support, like helping share my videos on social media. It's sometimes a bit too much for just me to do, and just through these little simple like click copy paste things that you do, I can offer you even more of a discount, because we are really in changing times, and the financial structure is going to go through some big changes, and I really feel in alignment with this whole Aquarian principle of equalizing the playing field and making things accessible to everybody. And I feel like as we are moving deeper into this age of light, more people need to tune into this. I was introduced to the sliding scale concept 8 years ago when I was teaching yoga and learning Reiki, and that's the system that they had where I was learning, and they were also offering exchanges. They offered me to learn and grow a great deal, all on exchange. And so this is the kind of ethos that I was kind of coming into the field with, and it's the ethos that I want to see continuing. And people do get a little bit caught up about this sliding scale system sometimes because of many different reasons, and it all has to do with these strong concepts of value that people hold on to. Like, sometimes people are afraid to ask for the discounts they need because it just feels like, oh, they're not able to bring me something that's valuable. And I encourage people to realize I'm really open and I want to support people, and as long as people are really ready to do the work that's involved in transformation, then I'm happy to do that. On the flip side, people who may be more affluent financially also have some resistance with this sliding scale concept because it seems kind of counter to the way they're doing things, that, oh, those people pay less because they have less money and I pay more because I have more money. And there's a lot of things I can say to that. Yes, that is what the system is suggesting. It's suggesting that people who have more money do pay more because that allows for people who have less to actually receive the service. And when we really look at the way that the world is kind of set up, I'm not saying that everyone who is wealthy is directly contributing to this. They are indirectly, though we have the people with the most money controlling the way things work, and the people who have the most money are a very small percent of the population. And this system is causing a lot of disruption and imbalance, and the only way to really make up for this is to start to make energy exchanges that serve everybody. And we have to look at what is earned and what is unearned, because so much of the wealth we just kind of come into through our genetic inheritance, through our bloodline. We just show up with this, and also through our privilege with, you know, the way we appear and our natural abilities as we come in. We are granted so many of these freedoms, and especially where we're born, to gain wealth. And in a real time of transformation, we are coming to look at, well, we want everyone to have those same privileges, and sometimes that means giving a little bit more. And it also means when you're giving more to somebody like me, I have more to be able to give back. There's more that I'm able to do to expand what I'm doing, to deepen my knowledge, to expand my channel, and it's really greatly appreciated that people are giving what they can and not just staying at that bottom rate because they don't want to pay more. They want to pay what everyone else is paying. So when I first saw the sliding scale system, there were a lot of people, or the way it worked was they had suggestions like, this income bracket pays this much and that income bracket pays that much. And to me, that all seemed like a little bit far. Maybe that's something I'll have to consider in the future, just to make it more clear for people. I don't really understand how the whole money thing works for most people. I've never really had much more than what I need to get by, and I am excited to be changing that. So I, even at a very low income, was very comfortable paying $111 for some healing services from others when I really felt the need for it. And so that's why that's a really good place for the sliding scale to start. And I know people who aren't rich but are making enough money to live their passion are certainly paying $222 for the other channelers, because that's basically the rate that most other channelers are charging out there. So I think it's more of a question, if you can afford it, then it's great if you can pay it. And you can make up your own number somewhere in between. And yeah, the angel numbers, the double numbers are so beautiful when we're making the prices, right? It's oftentimes more important that it's a number that feels right than a number that is the correct logical amount. And so I'm really going with all of this by feeling. And it's a good feeling empowered enough to be able to say, okay, this is time for me to change this system. And as I'm working with more people, being more supported for it, and letting that support ripple back out into the world in amazing ways. So I hope that explains the sliding scale system more clearly. And I think if these systems continued to apply to everything in this world, we would be able to really support everyone. And of course, in order to really support everyone, we have to kind of overthrow the tyrannical governments. And today, as I'm recording this video, it looks like that's in the future. I'm really hoping that things really change in this world, where we can see what's going on behind the scenes, and we can say we as the people want health for everyone. As the people want wealth for everyone, because this planet has enough wealth and abundance to support us all. And I guess ultimately I don't really like money all that much, even though I like having it. I really don't like the financial system. Money isn't the root of all evil, but the financial institution is ridden with evil. And so money is what allows us to support ourselves, and therefore it's so much like this energy of love. But then all of the programming that comes with it is controlling and lack-based and fear-based, and it's really important that we see both sides of this and not veer off to only one side. And as we do this, we can open ourselves up to this new time of true transformation. So much thanks, and thank you for tuning into this video today. And there goes somebody with a purple cape. So much thanks to you, and let me know if you have any questions about this whole system.